All right, so today I want to share with you $6 billion rules that make it impossible to fail. And here's the deal. If you want to win in business, if you want to win big time, there are few rules that you must follow. Now, I've been behind at this point more than $1 billion worth of transactions, of acquisition transactions, and helped businesses grow faster than they ever thought would be possible. Now, these six rules I'll share today, if you follow them, they make failure almost impossible, especially in this world of acquisitions and business in general. So let's go. Rule number one is try to give away for free as much as you can because karma is real. I don't care if you believe in Allah, Jesus, Buddha, karma is real. Whatever you give will come back to you. So if you want to be an advisor and find buyers and sellers, if you want to buy a business, find a way to give as much value as you can. Here's the thing in business, most businesses are stingy. They think that if they give something for free, they'll lose. And it's not the case. You win. The more you give, you actually win. For example, like look at my short videos even on social media, right? I share deal flow or basically businesses for sale for people that looking to buy or sell a business. Now, a lot of people out there, some would charge you thousands of dollars a month just to show you potential deals. I share them for free right now. Why? Because if you want help buying those businesses or financing those businesses with bank institutions, investors, or closing, just getting closing help for those deals, you'll watch the video, and the percentage of people who watch the video, they come to me and my team, and they want our support in order to close those transactions, right? So, and many obviously follow that action. Same with people who want to become advisors and make $1 million a year connecting buyers and sellers. They see that we have deals and we're doing that work ourselves. And then they come to us to be acquisition.com advisors. So if they want to buy a business, sell our business, they see that we give so much value and we are authority in that field. And they come to us to get more of that help. And that's also how you build trust in relationships in business, by providing massive upfront value first, by showing what you can give to the deal. And the way to do that is, if you want an action to take from this, is pick one thing that your people in your field are charging for and find a way to give it for free. And you'll just see what happens next. Rule number two, if you want to scale your acquisitions advisory business, or actually any business that you own or buy, you need good people. Because if you try to scale, let's say, an advisory business on your own, first of all, doing it on your own is very difficult. But even if you're going to add one good salesperson, like one good closer can be worth like sometimes, first of all, like five average salespeople, and can be the difference between you basically 5 or 10x in your income because you have time to do other stuff in the business. Same with if you're buying a business. If you try to scale a business that you just bought, a good CEO can be worth millions of dollars for you. So whatever income or upside you give him, it's usually worth it if he's good. If he's not good, it can cost you a lot. If you're an acquisitions advisor, think about this, right? One top closer salesperson could alone bring you 50 to 100,000 a month in retainers, then another, let's say 5 to 10% of the deal at closing. So ask yourself, wouldn't it be worth paying a person 5 to 10,000 a month if it's bringing you at least 50, 100,000 a month? Absolutely, right? And the mistake that most people make is hiring, first of all, not hiring at all. And second of all, is hiring too many okay people who barely move the needle. Instead, try to find the best and pay well for killer performers because talent is leverage. And look at your sales team or your advisors in this case. If you're holding on to an average team members in your business in general, like just fix it. Find one good team member and invest in them, pay them more. Rule number three, ask yourself, what do I need to do to be the best in this field? Stop thinking small. Ask yourself, what would it take to dominate this sector? For me, for example, I wanted to be the number one in acquisitions. So I bought the domain acquisitions.com. I built the brand. I got involved in more deals at this point than anyone that I know who talks about acquisitions online. And this question changes everything because it changes your focus. Instead of asking for just 5 or 10% growth of how I can make a little bit more this year, try to reverse engineer what it takes to dominate your market. If you want to buy a business, ask yourself, how can I be the best and biggest business in this space? If you want to be an acquisitions advisor, ask yourself, how can I be the biggest advisor in this sector or this location to start with? And make that big decision. Ask the big question, make the big decisions, and just do it. If I want to become number one in something, I go all in. And today, I've got other investments and projects that you'll probably hear about soon. That's why acquisitions at this point is just another thing, but it's all started for me with one decision. How can I be number one in acquisitions? So take 5 minutes today and ask yourself, what would it take to dominate in your market? And write it down and start today. Don't wait. Rule number 4, truth is your best marketing. If you want people to trust you, be real, say the truth, even the ugly parts. Most business advisors or business owners or first-time buyers, they try to hide their background and flaws too much, which I think is a mistake because people can see through it anyway. And instead, what you can do is control the narrative. Be okay with admitting the bad, and of course, amplify the good. And obviously, there's a good way of saying things that maybe are not the best. So, for example, a lot of people ask me, what if I want to buy a business? And my history is all I have as far as knowledge and experience is I was a driver for Uber. So if it was me, I would be like, look, if you drove for Uber, I would say my background is in transportation, and I'm now looking to take my experience and expertise to now own and become an owner of my own transportation business or any other business that you're looking for, right? So, or for example, if you're new to acquisitions advisory type business, say, look, I might not have the biggest track record yet, but I'll work harder than anyone else to get you results. And I have a team that does have the best track record to help me close more deals and better deals. Because if you're new to the game of acquisitions advisory, which a lot of our advisors are, then you can put more time and effort and heart than I personally can at this point, right? Because if someone comes to me and want to sell a business or buy a business, I personally only have so much time, so they'll usually work with my team. But if you're the advisor, you can put all your heart and soul into someone. And this like soul level work, like truth and working hard, it builds trust. And if you have trust with the other side, it closes deals. So take what you think is your biggest flaw and reframe it. Like use it in your next pitch to close an advisory deal or your next pitch when you try to buy a business and work with a buyer or seller. Rule number 5, follow the success equation. So if you want to hit your goals faster, here's the simple equation you need, which is desire plus having a nonchalant non-resistance equal results. And here's the thing, resistance is what slows you down. If you remove it, you can achieve success much faster. And there are 4 types of resistance in life and in business. Number 1 is having limiting beliefs. It's thoughts like money is hard to make or I'm not good enough. Number 2 of resistance is resentments. So things that tie to past relationships, you need to forgive and move on in those situations, right? And that's 2 and 3 together because your parents, which is the third type of resistance, they did the best that they could. That's what you need to understand. We all have childhood and family patterns that will control us for the rest of our life otherwise if we just don't let go and forgive. And the next one is having this not good enough belief, thinking that we're not good enough. This is the deepest layer. And it's very primal and it keeps you stuck in survival mode and acting from fear. So today, take 5 minutes, write down one area of resistance that you think holding you back. And the moment you write it, the moment you name it, you can start letting it go. Just feel it, be okay with it. Be okay with feeling the negative emotions because when you're okay with it, they will allow themselves to let go. If you resist it, they'll stay. And anything that triggers you in the day-to-day, write it down. And then find a way to be okay with it so you can let it go. Understand that in your mind, you can be free right now and have unlimited options to do whatever you can and want, if you just drop that story or thought that you're not free in your mind and you have limiting beliefs. And the only reason you're free right now is because you're not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. So it's always good to be aware of your thoughts and just ask yourself, hey, this thought, is it useful? Is it helping me move towards my goal? And if it's not, just let it go. And don't be a bitch, don't be a victim. Just wake up and do whatever you need to do. Because we all look for security. We all look for, okay, hey, I'm going to try to buy a business only if I have the best business deal flow opportunity ever. Otherwise, I'm not even going to talk to the business owner. I'm only going to talk to a business owner that's looking to sell his business, or buyers or sellers. If I know that I have access to billions of dollars in advance to finance it, it's not the case. You need to have trust that the next step will appear after you take the leap of faith. And by the way, the way to feel secure right now in general in life is understanding that true security in life, I don't think is coming from external security. True security is the absence of the need of external security, right? Or basically, peace is in the absence of the identity that thinks that it needs security. Rule number 6, win the morning and you'll win the day. It's understanding that how you start your day determines how you live your life. So start to have this one routine in the morning and it will make you unstoppable. And you can build whatever morning ritual you want. And I'm telling you, you're asking me what is the best tip to buy a business, start an advisory business, or grow a business. It's starting your day in a good state so you can be focused and sharp for the rest of your day and not acting from fear. You can add things like the simplest way to start a morning ritual is just wake up 30 minutes earlier to start with. Do things like quick meditation. I drink something that's called like a liver balm shot. Just Google it, or celery juice. Move your body, stretch, walk, go to the gym, run, do something, take cold shower, go to the sauna, read something maybe spiritual or useful. I'm telling you, do this. If you'll do this, you'll win the day. Every time I do this, I feel like my day already won. Everything else is a bonus. If I don't do this, I feel like I just need to drag myself towards the next task. And usually those tasks are not being done from the right mindset and state as they should be. If you win the morning, it puts you in the right physical, mental, emotional, spiritual state to dominate the day. So start with just 5 days this week. I'm telling you, just do 5. Don't do 7. You'll feel so good and you'll want to do it every day. And you'll see, even on weekends, you'll be like, man, I can't even start my day. I can't even recognize myself without those steps in the morning ritual that I built myself. So here's the recap of the $6 billion rules that make it impossible to fail. Number 1, give away as much as you can. Build trust and relationships by offering massive value up front, like you see me do on the deal flow side of things on my social media, because trust, showing that you have the value, that you can add value, brings clients in the end of the day, or buyers or investors or sellers, whatever it is for you. Number 2, hire A players. Talent is leverage. One killer salesperson in an advisory business, one killer CEO in a business you just bought can make you millions. So pay them well, and you'll see the results will explode. Number 3, ask yourself, what would it take to be number 1? Stop playing small, reverse engineer success that is needed, and just make a decision to dominate the market and take whatever actions are necessary. Get the help that you need, get the support that you need, get it done. Number 4 is find a way to be truthful, be real, say the truth, and control your story. You need to understand authenticity, build trust, and trust will help you close more deals. Number 5, follow the success equation. Drop the resistance, limiting beliefs, resentments, fears, and you'll see success comes naturally. Success and having this law of attraction and manifesting can only come if you're not attached to the outcome. If it's almost like you need to feel like having hundreds of millions of dollars in your bank account is a nonchalant, is just like a familiar part of you. The moment you put it at a pedestal, like it will go away from you. So ask yourself, what would it feel to just have it a normal part of my life? Number six, win the morning and you'll win the day. So start the day right, have a solid morning routine, and you'll set yourself up to dominate the rest of it. These rules helped me build acquisitions.com. And at this point, to be able to be involved in more than $1 billion worth of deals, but in general, more deals than anyone I know. So apply them, and I promise you they'll transform your business or the advisory business that you're trying to build. Now just go out there and execute.